I don't care who you play, whether it's a high school team, a junior college team, a college team, much less an NFL team. When you turn the ball over 5 times, 4 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 3 others in field position to set up touchdowns, you ain't gonna beat anybody I just talked about. Anybody. All right? And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. You know, you can't turn the ball over 5 times like that. Holy crap. I don't know who the hell we think we are when we do something like that. Unbelievable. 5 turnovers. One of them, we've thrown 4 interceptions for touchdowns this year. That might be an NFL record. That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Welcome to the AFC Roundtable. You know, I'm your host, Rod, Uncensored. You know, we got a couple special guests today. We got Steve in the house, you know. Bring Steve in. I got Steve in the house. We also got, you know what I mean, this Raven fan in here. No good, man. He kind of remind me of a bad divorce. Here's Jordan.
Wait, I remind you of what you said?
A bad divorce. You know what I mean? But that's another story. We also got the Texan faithful fan here, Coach Dante. He was there for the massages when Deshaun was going through it. Now you got CJ Stroud. You know what I mean? That's the hardest man in the podcast, and he's on 24/7. I seen him do a live cast of the Texans. I said, man, Coach Dante is faithful to his Texans. Let's bring him
in. That intro, bro.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Oh wait, so Coach, like, did you go to the training camp? Like how was it?
Oh, it was awesome, man. Seeing the players, you know, getting a chance.
It free? It was free, right? Or
no, I wasn't free. I was having tickets and stuff like that. So yeah, it's awesome, man. When you go out there, connect with those players and see the different people that you know and stuff, like on Twitter and the Twitter Spaces and all that. Just see the rest of the Texans family out there, and you know, just to see the players out there practicing and competing in the field of you know, D'Amico Ryan's coaching the guys, and the guys are coaching the GM and stuff like that. So it's an awesome experience.
So man, let's get into it. Let's chop it up now. So what games you thought were some must-watch, you know, over the weekend, some performers awards? Who do you think would balled out over the weekend? Coach, you can go first, Coach.
Like I said, I'm gonna go with a rookie, a 6th-round pick rookie out of Wake Forest, A.T. Perry. I thought he had a solid week this week. They played the Chiefs, I believe, last week. He had 6 catches, 70 yards, and yesterday's game, you know, you didn't see him too much, but he's definitely a big body receiver that can catch the football, that can go up and that can run after the catch. He's going to be an interesting receiver to watch, you know, someone that's going to help, you know, Chris Olave. And, you know, if Michael Thomas is like 70% of himself, can just give you like 800 or 900 yards, I think the Saints can be very productive. This should be a solid year for Derek Carr. There shouldn't be no more excuses for Derek Carr. He's out of the AFC West. He's not playing with top 20 to 25 5th ranked defense anymore. He's not doing that anymore. He's with an elite defense actually this time, so he's going to get a lot more opportunity. So there's no excuses for Derek Carr to be struggling the way he struggles. So A.T. Perry, the rookie out of the 6th round pick out of Wake Forest really impressed me for the New Orleans Saints this weekend.
I'm telling you, this is last go around, Coach. This is last go around. If he messed this up, he's gonna be in the XFL, man. That's the way he's gonna start. Because you can't keep on giving these opportunities to this man. I'm tired of the excuses. But who you got, Jordan?
I'm gonna go. It might be left field. It might not be. I'm gonna go with the quarterback, Carousel, in San Francisco with Trey Lance. He had 12 for 18. He had a 93.0 player rating, or QB rating. Talking about Madden, QB rating, and yeah, I mean, obviously he was hurt. Obviously, I feel like if he gets this more playing time, more field time, he'll be it. I think if he can live up to expectations in San Francisco with him and Purdy, like that can be a competition. Now they got Darnold in there. They could be. I feel like they can either like just depending on how they do in the preseason and like practice. I feel like it'd be 1 and 2, Trey Lance and I mean the kid's young. He has an arm. He's just been injury bugged. But if he can stay healthy, look out in San Francisco where that QB duo.
All I gotta say is, man, I don't think Brock Purdy is the answer, man. I hate the disrespect of Trey Lance, man. I think Trey Lance.
Yeah, me too.
He never got a fair shot at this. They had the QB number 1. He broke his leg, and y'all giving up on him so quick. It's crazy to me.
But to be fair, they both. I mean, they still have Shanahan as a coach there. So for either upside, that's good for either quarterback because he's an offensive-minded coach. So,
but all I gotta say is he got a body like you said. I said this in my morning show. Brock Purdy is 175 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
Do you think if he go against them Eagles again, them Eagle Bulldogs again, he could take another hit? Like take a hit. I'm gonna see his body gonna crumble, man. But Steve, what about you, man?
Well, I am a fan of the Giants, but I'm saying Daniel Jones. I mean, he got that bag, and he only played 1 series, but he was 6 for 7 for 65 yards and a touchdown, and the 1 incompletion.
Hey, that's a good
with a drop. So he got paid. Now he's got to perform, and obviously it's preseason, so I don't put a lot of stock in preseason. But they looked very good in the one drive that the starters played. Even Barkley didn't play, but other than that, the rest of the starters played. So that's what I like. I like to look at the scores after the first quarter of the preseason because I want to see how the ones look, and I don't really care that much, how the guys that aren't going to make the team look. But Daniel Jones impressed me in a very limited action against Carolina. Or Bryce Young, man. We'll talk. I know we're going to talk about rookie quarterbacks in a second, but man, that he's going to be running for his life all year.
Hey, Steve hit the nail right on the head. We all know we don't take too much stock in preseason, but preseason basically like you're developing your rookies, you're developing the guys behind the starters. It's all about developing the guys behind the starters. And Daniel Jones looked damn good on that first drive. Him and Darren Waller look like they got an instant connection already. They looked good on that drive. That Giants defense looked pretty well. Devontae Banks, the rookie cornerback, it looks very solid. Very smooth. But yeah, Bryce Young got a problem behind that offensive line right there. That the Panthers got a problem.
Yeah, if Steve's going to homer pick, I'm gonna go with Ravens too because like Zay Flowers, he had a good game. He had like that first pass from I think it was Josh Johnson. It was like on his slant route. I think he had Kelly Ringo on his skates, man. Like, and I'm sorry, Coach, that I don't know. I mean, I didn't do the scheduling, but I'm gonna feel bad, man. Week 1, bro. Like, we got we got Clowney now. I mean, we got Darby now, man.
I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to say this though, man. But Ronnie Stanley better eat all his Wheaties. He better eat his Wheaties that day.
He better stay healthy. I agree. He's been hurt. Marlon Humphrey's hurt. He's coming back at like week 4, week 5. But Ravens are, I don't think Huntley's playing. I think he's hurt. But I think it's gonna be Josh Johnson. I think and Anthony Brown is gonna be QBs tonight. So definitely a QB watch to look out for tonight. We got some good players, man. Caillou Kelly, cornerback, low key draft pick. We had Trenton Simpson, rookie from Clemson. He can play hybrid linebacker. like he can kind of like a Roquan Smith type player, hybrid linebacker. So I mean, yeah, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. Ravens are a sleeper team, man. I guess gotta stay healthy.
What's up, Cool McCain? What's up with you? But I gotta say this, man. Am I geeking or was it too much Cavazquez over the weekend? To me, I feel like Clifford for the Packers. I don't know his first name, but Clifford.
Sean Clifford.
Yeah, Sean Clifford outplayed Jordan Love. Is that me, or I just felt the offense moved smoothly with him in the game? Whoever want to answer.
Yeah, I think the Packers are going to be in a different situation than they're used to. Obviously, I mean, we go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and I mean, you got to play Jordan Love eventually and see what you have. And I think they're going to find out that they don't have a quarterback that they really can count on. And I think next year you'll see, because I actually think they're going to be last in that division, and I think they're going to probably draft a quarterback, this next coming draft.
Yeah, I don't take too much of Sean Clifford out playing, Jordan Love. I mean, he got more time in the game. So you got more time, you're supposed to outplay somebody. But Jordan Love was already solidified. He's going to be a starting quarterback in the league. It's just what do you see in week one? What Jordan Love you going to get in week one when you're seeing the actual starters out there? So I think that's the question mark on Jordan Love. I can't give him a verdict yet because I haven't seen him play a full season, but the 2 times I did see him play, he clearly looked terrible versus the Kansas City Chiefs. His first actual game when Aaron Rodgers was out doing the COVID situation, he looked absolutely god-awful in that game. And then the second game, you saw him when Aaron Rodgers kind of went out with that thumb injury versus the Eagles last year. He looked pretty solid, so I can't give a true evaluation on him, but again, you're going to get a value. You should have an actually legit valuation of them throughout the first 7 weeks of the season. You should get a glimpse on how good or how bad Jordan Love or how average he should be able to be. You should give a true glimpse up on it. It don't take long to get a glimpse on a quarterback to see how bad or great or how good he or average or game manager he's going to be.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I just Jordan Love, man. I just seen the motion, the passing motion. It just felt like Clifford when he was throwing it. Was he had like a quicker release to me personally, but we want to see, man, when he gets there when it's regular season. I know everybody get overhyped for the preseason, but I also got a little overhyped. I seen something over the weekend. You know what I mean with my team. And I thought everybody was saying he could be a bust, it could be a problem, but I'm on the booty, Kool-Aid. Pause. I think I love Booty, man. Booty is that man. Keyshawn Booty.
Oh yeah, from
Booty.
LSU, right?
Yeah. Keyshawn was looking good, man. He took that plane to the house. DeMario Douglas. He's kind of remind me of like a great value Deshaun Jackson. Like if Deshaun had, that wiggle. He had straight speed and he was more of an outside receiver. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from my receiving core. Thornton might be out of here. So, hey, coach, we might be selling Thornton. The young boy might be sold. I'm at least gonna ask for $75. You know what I mean? He just got a weak body. But that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what was worse. Freaking Mo
No,
saying,
cool. I don't like no booty, man.
no, I can't. I don't know what's more. I don't know what's more pause there. I don't know if it was Mo's take on the Jokic getting massaged front to back, or you like booty, man. I don't know what's worse, man. But I think it's Boutte.
Yeah, Boutte, my fault. I forgot you all kind of a Frenchy dude too.
I'm what?
Kind of a Frenchy dude too. You know what I mean? Haitian, that Frenchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. I'm French, Haitian. Yeah.
But yeah, man. But yeah, I saw a lot of good things, man. And coach, even though you took an ass whooping this weekend, I see some great things from that defense, man. Even though it was a little, you had the backup ends, but that pass rush, Greenway and Will Anderson, better buckle up. You better buckle up.
Hey, like I say, people don't know what they got coming, man. So I say I love every inch of it. You know, the disrespect of the Texans. I get it because we ain't won. So I love every bit. And Jordan will see. You know, week one what Will Anderson and that defensive line could potentially do because we was able to get pressure consistently. Consistently with the ones was out there. By the way, this with the ones was out there. Will Anderson was a problem for the Patriots. Jonathan Green Gennard was a problem as well. The whole front seven was a problem. Sheldon Rankins was really good this weekend versus Dolphins. So that whole defensive line was really good. I mean, we don't take too much in stock in the preseason, but I know what the varsity team is, and I know it's a huge gap. I know it's a huge gap between the ones and the twos. The twos and threes is just they look like a plain freshman and JV team out there. So other than that, I know what I got with the ones is a huge talent gap with the ones and the twos and threes. That's a huge talent gap. That's why some of these guys won't be on the team this coming weekend. But I just can't wait to see the guys out there. Jimmy Ward, Stingley, Jalen Petrie, all those guys. You're gonna have Denzel Perryman at the linebacker situation. Christian Harris with a full season who played very good last year. The offensive line looked really good. They didn't give up a sack this weekend. The first team offensive line, we talking about the varsity offensive line, they didn't give up a sack. DJ Stroud.
Varsity, not JV.
That's the varsity. You talking about the varsity game. You talking about the varsity game. Yeah, it's a huge talent gap on the varsity and the JV and President. But I said just can't wait to see them go out there test their skills against the week one Ravens. So that'll be a very good team to test their skills against to see what they really going to be about, especially early in the season. I'd rather have the Ravens now than later on while the Ravens getting full chemistry together. So this is going to be a good test for us. No doubt about that.
I got to say this though, man. Christian Gonzalez, man. You got to start hanging out with some dark-skinned fellas or something. This tiptoeing, tackling shit is getting on my nerves, man. Like, you got punked by that boy from Houston. You know what I mean? He kind of nudged you a little bit. You gotta get aggressive, man. Unless you guys want to get some Dion kind of picks this year, you gotta play a little bit aggressive. Yeah. You know what I mean? You play real light skin. You play like baby oils when you head and stuff. I
don't blame. Hey, Nico Collins, 6'5", 6'5" by 2. That's a freight train coming at someone like Christian Gonzalez. That's a freight train coming at someone like him.
Oh man, hold up, coach. We America's team. I told you that. New England's America's team. I've been told you that. I've been told you Dallas lost that back in '95 when I was like 3. That's another story.
Doug's Cowboys ain't no America's team. But coach, I do have a question. So since you're a Houston fan, so you have rookies like Stroud, you have Will Anderson. Like obviously the rookies, so they need playing time in the preseason. Like I know it's 3 games in preseason now. Like, how do you feel about what if Will gets hurt? Do you think the coaches should start their high draft picks?
Yeah, I think they're starting. They're starting. It's already infamous that they are. And if there's anybody I can trust, you got to trust D'Amico Ryans, man. The man been up the top tier defense since he's been coaching in the league on the 49ers. So you got to trust in him. He knows how to put his players in position to succeed. I mean, it shows, his resume shows. Fred Warner, 3rd round pick and all pro. You have Ofunga, all pro, 6th round pick. So he know how to get. You have Aziz Ashier that went to the Tennessee Titans. If you ask any one of those linebackers, they'll tell you D'Amico Ryans put you in a situation where you definitely can succeed. So I have no doubt they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. But the real test is going to be week 1. How they will actually play versus
because I asked because I think Colts they benched or they didn't play Anthony Richardson in their game 2. So some people or some coaches are like, should we play our rookie or whatever, risking Colts day 1 Richardson's gonna be starting quarterback. So why risk him playing in the? But I get it. They should be getting some reps in. I mean, same with you, Steve. Like with Wanda Robinson, obviously, he's a rookie, 2nd year. He's injury prone now. So, would you be worried if Dobble played, Wando Robinson, in the preseason? I know he wants to get them reps, but that's a question that coach in the front of us have to think about. Should we risk?
It's a difference, but Anthony Richardson already named the starting QB. So you see, playing, and you don't want him to get hurt.
But
Injuries and stuff that's going down in preseason. CJ Stroud has not been named the starting quarterback yet, which is that he's going to be named the starting quarterback by the time we play the Ravens week 1. That's expected to happen. So you want him to get more of those reps this coming game. And plus, you're trying to get that bad taste out of your mouth after that interception against the New England Patriots, which was great by the defender, that Jalen Mills, that's a veteran in the league. So trying to get that out your mouth, and I think he did that this weekend versus the Dolphins.
Yeah, because CJ did play much better the second game compared to the first game, which obviously that's what you want to see. You don't want to put too much stock, like you said, like we talked about. You don't put too much stock in preseason, but you do want to see guys make adjustments and improve a little bit, even if they get a series, you still want them to look a little bit better in that series than they did the last game.
I gotta say this though, man. Deshaun Watson, man, you can take some games off for, you got DTR right there. That young boy, I'm telling you, that young boy looked good, man, in these preseason games. I'm just saying, you gotta finally got a solid backup quarterback. DTR, you don't gotta do much with that great back, named Nick Chubbs. He's in a great situation as a rookie quarterback. But let's do the quarterback ratings. My number one is I got DTR. I think DTR is probably looked the best out of all preseason games as a rookie quarterback. Who's your number one, Coach Dante?
Like I say, man, Bryce Young hasn't really played that spectacular. CJ Stroud really hasn't played very good. But like I say, based on most of the time, I mean, you can very well throw a variety of quarterbacks in now. You got Drew Lock, who's getting better, who got better. You know what? DTR has been playing well. He has been playing well, but I mean, again, you expect it because he's about a 5th, 6th round pick. So he's gonna play, come out and play with house money. But other than that, he's looked the best out of all the rookie quarterbacks, because some of those rookie quarterbacks, like if I have to say out of the 6th round picks, like Aiden O'Connell has been playing some ball for the Las Vegas. That guy's been really, really, really spectacular. So I'm gonna push, Anthony Richardson, Stroud, Bryce Young to the side, because we already know they're gonna be starting. But I'm gonna just focus on the guys like Aiden O'Connell. You have Trey Lance, who hasn't got a starting spot. He's a backup. Zach Wilson proved to be a formidable backup in this league. And I think he's got a little bit more maturity because of Aaron Rodgers as well. I think he's matured a little bit more in his decision-making at his bad. But out of all of those, you have to take, DTR. You have to take DTR. DTR has played the best out of all those quarterbacks that, I pretty much just named. So, again, fortunately, he's going to be a backup. He's going to be a backup quarterback behind Watson, but it's not a bad backup to be behind, especially on the football field, not personal life. I'm talking about personal life, that's another thing.
Nothing wrong going to go to Magic City and get some chicken wings. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Football field, yeah, you can learn from someone like that. Football field.
Coach, ain't nothing wrong with no chicken wings, man. Strip clubs got the best food. You know that. But anyway, go ahead, Jordan.
I might have to agree with y'all. I mean, I think that, say Deshaun Watson had a setback or gets injured. I mean, he's in a perfect, and plus in that division, like we all talked about how like the AFC North is so competitive with like the Bengals, Ravens, maybe think about the Steelers. So like if Deshaun Watson, goes down, at least the Browns know that they have a backup that can, a rookie backup that can learn. They have the best running back in the league at Chubb. Got People Jones, they got Amari Cooper. So I mean, he has shown flashes. I can't really say much about other quarterbacks because, like, week 2, Richardson got benched. Stroud played terrible, and Mills played better than him. But, then again, that's go back to Coach's question about me asking maybe they benched him because, he's going to be the quarterback week 1 Stroud, so maybe they're resting him. I haven't seen much of the quarterbacks other than, Browns is or DTR is doing good, man. And I hate to say it because I'm a Ravens fan, but what a situation he's put in on the Browns to be a backup and to be a starter, because obviously Watson had an ACL injury, so he's not the same on the knees. But what a way to have a running quarterback. You can run and throw the balls, so to fit that scheme. So,
but before I gotta say this, man, I'm sorry, Trav. I disrespected you a couple times. But you played way better than Baker ever could play. You know what I mean? Baker better save them statewide, nationwide, you know what I mean, endorsement money. Because he's a couple plays away from being, you know, the XFL arena football. But go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I was, Coach kind of mentioned about O'Connell. I mean, he actually has been playing the best. And, yeah, he's a backup, but we all know Jimmy G's history too. So you're always, a play away, from starting. But, I mean, I did right now. Yeah, 11 for 18 for 165 and 2 touchdowns. Obviously he's going to, because he is a fourth rounder and he's a backup. So obviously he's going to play a lot more than, even – I mean, I know Richardson didn't play, but even somebody like CJ or Bryce Young, went 3 for 6 and 30 yards, and half of the time that he dropped back for a pass, he got pressured. So he's poor Bryce Young's just going to be running for his life. But that's how those guys that have to play right away, right? Is they drafted you high for a reason because they needed a quarterback, and they kind of want you to play right away because they're paying you. And while you're on that rookie deal, they hope that you can play well before they have to give you the big money. So it's smart for these franchises, because why you saw it with Russell Wilson in Seattle when Seattle was really good is when he had a little contract and when he's still on his rookie contract, they could pay all those other people, and then as soon as they had to pay him big money, you kind of fall off a little bit. So I don't know if the main three for the Colts, Texans, or Carolina, I mean, they're all kind of in tough situations, but for Texans probably truthfully is in the best of those three, truthfully, with CJ. But obviously they're all had tough years, or they wouldn't be drafting a quarterback in the top 5.
And he brought a good point out, man. I don't see Bryce Young lasting that whole season, man. like how terrible that offensive line is.
They're bad. They're bad.
You could have paid me enough to, to take that job, man.
The Giants, defense isn't, the worst, but they're definitely not the best either. It's not like we have Strahan, Justin Tuck and OC and JPP on our line, like we won those Super Bowls. Like,
come on, Steve, you had to bring that up.
It's not like they're the greatest defense of all time. And Bryce was running for his life.
Hey, Steve, you didn't have to throw my 2007 perfect season in my face.
I didn't bring it up against who. I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't.
Come on, man. Like Brandon Jacobs stepping on my defense's chest and stuff. You didn't have to bring that up. Why you had to? I'm gonna listen to some country after this, man. You tearing my heart up, man. But,
that's all right. Go listen to some Drake, man. You'll be good, bro.
God, leave, man. First time of my life back. But man, I think yeah, in that situation, man, it's a lot of rookies in good spots. My number 2, I probably had O'Donnell too. I think I think I'm not the big. I'm worried about Anthony Richardson's career, because I don't think he's kind of like the Jalen Hurts type. So hopefully you don't try to do the same plays like him. You know what I mean? It's completely different. People.
He's gonna be the next. He's gonna be the next. Well, I guess Patrick Mahomes is black because he's half black. He's the next black Pat Mahomes, but Mahomes is half black. But
so I don't know what she was going with that.
No, because I thought you see.
Hey, Coach, I might have mute the mic. Man. I don't.
Oh man.
But man, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of these rookie quarterbacks, man. And also, man, I think Quentin Johnson, what I seen from him over the weekend with that offense, I think he's gonna put some crazy numbers up, man. I think Quentin Johnson is gonna have a great year too, man, out of rookie receivers. You know what I mean? Definitely he's gonna be a big time contributor to that offense.
I definitely put DTR over for the number 1 quarterback right now, rookie. Then I definitely put Stroud number 2, Bryce 3. Like who else? I'll probably put Anthony Richardson at 4. But yeah, that's right now.
Will Levis not even on the list. We haven't seen one Will Levis. You know what I mean? He's like the levee in Katrina. You know what I mean? He's about to explode. He's about to be out of the league. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, he might go to XFL, man.
I don't see where he's gonna play it. Where he's gonna start
probably
at? That below average arm.
Probably in Canada somewhere, man. I don't know.
I think my dog can throw harder than him, but that's another story. She only 8.
Well,
but,
don't let Jory hear that, man. Like she'll be after you, man.
You know what I mean? Nobody worry about them Titans, man. Nobody worry about them Titans.
So you won't tag her.
You know what I mean? She's already in the chat. Like she had the live. But anyway, man.
There she goes.
Don't like Will Levis either. I don't like Will Levis either, man. What Mo said. I couldn't make fam. I'm up in the chat. Share you to some other platform.
What's going on, Mo? What's going on, Mo?
Okay. What's up, man? But yeah, man. I think this preseason. I'm ready for regular season. I'm ready for week 1. You know what I mean? Because Steve talking all that trash. I hope Daniel Jones have a terrible game. I hope he get cramps. You know what I mean? You got to eat a banana at halftime. Or got to take a Lamar type of shit before the game.
Yo, he had a cramp. Yo, come on, bro.
Hey, Steve gonna come with that awesome 360 up on your behind.
You know what I mean? Hopefully he go eat something, a Whataburger or something. I don't know.
The people who say Lamar, like, unless you had a camera or you were in the locker room, how do you know he was taking a crap? Yo? Like, it's just not. He was cramping up, man. It was hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was dehydrated. You know?
Whatever you say, champ, man.
Hey, but they beat the Browns, so I'm happy.
I know he had one of them cheesesteaks in Philly. He got it set up, have provolone cheese, too much cheese on it.
Who, Lamar?
Yeah, he got it from Harrisburg. He got the Harrisburg
cheesesteak. We played Cleveland. We weren't in Philly that game.
I thought y'all was at the Steelers. Was that not a Steelers game?
No, we played the Browns that game.
Oh, Browns. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Y'all did play the Browns.
And we came back and Lamar threw it to Hollywood Brown for the touchdown. And
but Jordan, why are we there, man? What is your ceiling right now? Because I know you are ultimate purple drinking Raven fan.
I'm on that purple baby.
So are you one of the delusional fans like the Jets fans right now? They're already, like, in my mind, Jets are already 17-0. You know what I mean? They're already 17-0.
I wouldn't go 17-0, but we could have a season where that Lamar's MVP 14-2, 14-3. I mean, our schedule's not as hard as you think.
Lamar had that Dookie walk, bro. Yeah, I know. I had a couple of those before, so yeah, I know what he's talking about.
No, but I mean, think about it. I mean, other than our divisional games, they're gonna be tough. I mean, I think we have Colts, Texans, Titans, Cardinals. I mean, we have an easy schedule. I mean, other than maybe like the 49ers. But we can definitely have that 14-2 season, man, like we did Miami, or like we did in
14-2.
Well, I'm saying like close to that season, you know what I'm saying? Close to that threshold. But obviously, like Coach said earlier in the podcast, like, you know, Coach rather play us week 1 than play us week 9. We're all, you know, chemistry, you know.
But your boy hurt, man, too. Ain't he hurt? Oh, what's his man? Humphrey. He's out. He's out for like 8 weeks.
Oh, no, he's out for like, he should be back like week 4. Yeah, week 4 he should be. So probably like the second.
So who you think is going to be here? Is Edwards going to get the nod at running back number 1? Who do you think is going to be?
I think it's Dobbins. Dobbins going to be running back 1.
I mean, Dobbins. That's what I meant.
Edwards going to be number 2. He's like the third down, like goal line back. Well, I mean, Dobbins could be that goal line back too, because he wanted the ball on a goal line.
That's cool. That's what he said. Cool. 14-3. That's what he said.
No, we're going 18-0, man. You know what? 18-0. No, it's like I'm joking, man.
Cool.
No, but
cool.
listen, I'm gonna put my schedule, and I'll tell y'all what teams we're gonna be losing to, because I know we ain't losing all these games. 1 second. Schedule. All right, so week 1 we have the Houston. This should be a W.
Golly.
Bengals, we usually split, so I think we should do. I think we'll get game 1. Colts will play game 3. That's a W. Browns that's a W. That's already 4 wins off the bat. Steelers W. Titans W. Lions. We beat them by field goal. That lucky field goal from like a, what 66 yarder. Cardinals week 8. Seahawks week 9. So we should beat them. I mean we might lose to the Browns. That's week 10. We might lose to the Bengals. That's 2 losses. Then we had Chargers. We smashed them like a year or 2 ago. We have our bye week. Jaguars. We should beat them. Niners. That's gonna be a good game. The Christmas game. Miami. We should beat them.
No, he got one loss. He got one loss, y'all. He got one loss. He got one loss on the record. Everything
He gave them 2.
now, so y'all listen to him right now. He got
one
one loss on everything on
I'm just being realistic, man. I mean,
ain't nowhere in where you saying, hey, y'all, we got one loss. We got one loss.
The only tough games are the division games, man. That's what I'm worried about. But I'm not worried about any other team other than not Niners. So I mean,
how do you think? Let me ask you this, man.
Sure.
Like, what makes you think that the Jaguars just going to be an easy win like that?
I'm not saying it's gonna be an easy win. I'm saying it's a winnable game.
It is a very winnable game. Jaguars ain't that good. They're not really as good.
I mean, to be fair, we did lose to them last year, but I think we're gonna get their payback.
But I know it's a winnable game. It won't be it won't be easy. It
won't be a cakewalk because they got really.
He making it sound like it's a cakewalk. Like they played rights and they
think about it.
Coach, I don't understand it.
I mean, if
it's not gonna be a cakewalk, but the Jaguars ain't hard to beat though.
I mean, if you think about it, last year we were up against the big teams like Miami, like Bills. We were.
What happened with that?
I'm just saying, like, imagine if we padded the league and held the league, we would have won half those games. Like Giants, we were like 20-3 or whatever.
All right. So okay, I have a question for you then. You and Cincy. So you think you're much better than Cincy?
I mean, think about the head-on-head matchups. I mean, isn't it? Aren't we up on them in head-to-head? Because we split with them last year, 1 game apiece, and then the reason why they got that North because the Bills and Bengals game got canceled because Hamlin, but because that last game of season was going to be for the division, but it got canceled.
Man, that's what I'm saying about y'all, man. Y'all all this big trust and all this stuff, man. Y'all think y'all just John Gotti in the NFL, man.
But imagine if Zay Flowers, OBJ, they all.
That's a lot of what ifs, though. That's a lot of what ifs.
That's a lot of what if for all the teams in the league. What if Kenny Pickett can do this? What if Deshaun can do this without getting in trouble, or getting hurt? What if Daniel Jones has more yards than Lamar rushing?
Your boy on the biscuits, though, man. I'm telling you, Harbaugh, he better get y'all to the playoffs. Y'all win a game in the playoffs. That's all I gotta say. Or we need to get that Brian Billick and get out of there.
Yeah, like I'd rather Marlon get his surgery now because he said the timetable was like 4 to 3 weeks, I think. So. Should be like back by like week 4, week 3. So, but we got Ronald Darby and take his place. So we good, man.
Ronald Darby ain't that good, man.
I mean, I heard he did good before he got hurt. On the Broncos, right? That was his last game.
Did you see how he was getting burned, man? He was looking like D-Hall, man.
Remember D-Hall last year?
Man, he was getting burnt
last year. I mean, he was doing good before he went down with the ACL.
That's
I think he should hold that cornerback down before until Marlon gets back.
You got some dollar store cornerback. You know what I mean? Buying you did.
Yeah, Ravens should be America's team, man. Not the Cowboys, man.
Jordan, you gotta lay off that lead, man. You gotta lay off that lead.
Hey, at least we won a ring before the Cowboys did, like back in the day, man. So,
sure. They still got more than you, Jordan. You know that, right? Well, then, Baltimore ain't never gonna be American team. Hey Steve, what's your thoughts about your quarterback Daniel Jones? I appreciate that contract I gave him. So I know Mac Jones is probably gonna be 140, so it's gonna be less. So
man, I say I wasn't a big Daniel Jones fan really until about halfway through last year because the way that he played with how crappy the receivers and core and that he had to deal with, I was like, all right, maybe he'll be all right. But yeah, they paid him a lot of money. I mean, thankfully it's not my money, so who am I to say someone's overpaid? But it's a tough division, and now you got to perform. Thank God Barkley came back, though next year we'll be in the same position. But you hope we give him another 1-year deal because he could franchise him again next year. But that's what we're at right now in the NFL is nobody's going to give a running back a big second contract. So, I think Daniel Jones will be all right. I do have them being second in that division. As much as I hate to pick the Eagles to win the division, I do have to pick the Eagles to win the division. And I don't have them going, 27-0 like Jordan does with the Ravens. I'm not just gonna walk through like, oh, easy win. But yeah, they play Dallas right away, week 1. So we'll get to know right away what what we got. But they have a tough schedule. But I think they'll would be a wild card team, though. I believe that at least. But I'm not sipping too much Kool-Aid, but enough to at least think they'll make the playoffs again.
Like I also think that I don't think it's our division is a clear cut. The Eagles gonna win it easily like last year. I think it's gonna be some competitive games in your division.
I believe so.
I think the Eagles are going to come back to the field a little bit this year. I really do. Yeah. I think
like a lot of I'm living with an Eagle fan. She just thinks she's gonna blow us out by 25, and they're gonna eat the Philly cheesesteak in the second quarter. Jalen Hurts gonna take his hat off, and he's gonna just go to eat some clam chowder in New England and just having a good time. It's gonna just blow us out. We're just gonna sit there, and I'm just gonna cry and drink a Coke 45 while my brown bag just start getting wet and pause. But you know what I mean? That's what she thinks. That's what she thinks, But I don't know nothing about no sports. I'm just. But man, it's definitely some great week 1 games, man. Let's get into some NBA topics before we get out of here, man. Coach, since I have you on here, man, I have a WNBA question for you real quick. Man, I had this on my morning show. Who do you think is the clear-cut MVP of the WNBA right now?
Well, you got 2 out of 2 people, Brianna Stewart or Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson, I value she's the best player in the WNBA.
Yeah. Would you put Sabrina in there too in the mix?
Sabrina Ionescu, I don't put her in the mix. Not with Brianna Stewart or Asia Wilson. They're a whole different level type of talent. They transcending superstars. But I would say Brianna Stewart deserves it more this year. I picked Asia Wilson to win it last year and win the Defensive Player of the Year. After she won both of those, that's how great and big dominant she actually is. But Brianna Stewart, going to the New York Liberty, her game has not dropped off a bit. She's a legit superstar. You're talking about someone that can play very good elite defense and can give you buckets from any given where on the floor. She like a more, I'm gonna say, if I had to compare her game, she more like a Dirk Nowitzki, but can play better ways. She's a defensive stud at the same time. But the way she shoots the basketball, creates her own shot in the post, she can do it. She can do it all. She can do it all. And Asia Wilson, left-handed, former defensive player of the year last year, WNBA champion, a leader on the floor. She's the engine to make that team go. And the Las Vegas Aces are so goddamn good. That's crazy how good that team is right there.
Don't it feel like a cheat code, man? Don't it feel like?
Yeah, I believe it is. When you have three people that can score 20 points every single night, when you got a point guard that reminds me of how Chris Paul played, like she's the point guard of the girls WNBA. Chelsea Gray, she's the point guard of the WNBA. Literally,
we need Bill and Barry in the WNBA.
That team is really good, man. That team is a studded team. I'm gonna give a dark horse out. Alyssa Thomas from the Connecticut Sun is really, really, really something special. You talking about a point guard, a point guard. When you in transition, if she gets the ball in transition, you might well say that's a bucket because she's gonna find you wide open. She get rebound. She dribble to the basket, score with ease. That's a triple-double machine. So I believe Breanna Stewart wins the MVP this year. I believe she wins the MVP this year over Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson got it last year. I believe Breanna Stewart deserves it more this year.
Hey, Coach, before we move on to the NBA topic real quick, what happens in Brittany Griner's game, man? It feel like that bed and Russia messed her back up, and she lost her game. Like, what kind of rehab does she need to get back to being semi-serviceable?
I think she need a whole off season after this season. She need this season to be over. But Brittany Griner's the same Brittany Griner. She's good. She's actually good. She's still unstoppable because she's 6'8". She's 6'8". She's 6'8". She's bigger than everybody, taller than everybody. She's gonna get a shot up anytime she get ready to. She still was good. The team around her just ain't good. The team, you got the go to the WNBA. Pretty much you have Diana Taurasi, who's at the age of 40 already right now, but Brittany Griner is still actually good. I believe if she can play in her 40, she'll be good as well because again, she's 6'8". She's gonna better get any type of shot she want in the post, and that what makes it hard to stop. I just believe the team just ain't good. I just think the team need a fresh start with the fresh coaching staff. They need to just blow the team up. Period.
Yeah. And I gotta say this, man. I saw this video. I know it's an old coach, but I gotta talk about this. That Draymond's, that Draymond Green with Jordan Poole is not as bad as Liz Cambridge knockout she got from that Nigerian woman. You know what I mean? That was pretty bad. But that's another story. I'll leave that alone. But let's get into some NBA, man. Do you think what's going on with this James Harden situation? Do you think he's going to get out of there, or it's going to be like a series, like Surviving R. Kelly? You think this is going to be a short-term thing, or
man,
like how long you think it's going to take? Man? That's all I want to
know. Any order? Or
go ahead, Jordan.
I'm just tired of this James Harden bullshit. Same like Dame Lillard, man. It's like that's all I hear on SportsCenter. I mean, even throughout the pandemic, all I watch is SportsCenter. All I hear is Dame and Harden, Dame Harden, Harden, Dame Harden. I'm like, yo, where y'all going, yo? Like James Harden, I guess did like his shoe company like conference thingy, and he was like, Morey's a liar, that. And then I hear a report saying he's reporting a training camp. So I mean, is it that because he wants the money? I mean, I don't know. I think Harden has tarnished that Philadelphia, especially if he tarnishes Embiid's relationship, because like Embiid is doing his own thing. Harden is, I mean, I don't know if it's rated R on here, but Harden's a bitch, man. You can come after. you can come after me all you want, but
man, you trying to get lost, but that man gonna put the mitts on you. You see, you better not go to Philly.
Look at Coach, bro. Oh,
you better not go to Philly at all.
Oh man, no, but listen, like it's like, he's calling these people out, the GM out, all this, all that, and it's like, what are you getting out of it? Just the clout? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, Harden's not going to be that Houston 60-point triple-double player like he used to be. Like, he's just a role player, man. And like, I don't know. I don't know where he goes. I don't know. If he wants to go back to Houston.
I'm gonna let Steve get some play, man, because I haven't let him get any, no action. I've been treating him like he was treating me, talking about my 2 Super Bowl losses. It's like sometimes when I see a Jeep go around the street, I think about that Jeep I lost in my divorce. But that's another story. Go ahead, Steve.
James Harden to me is that guy that like has 5, 7, 6, 7, 8, whatever. Every girl that he's ever been in cheats on him, and eventually you got to think, you know what? Maybe it's you. If you're not happy here, you're not happy there. You're not happy there. You want to leave for this team. You want to go to that team. You know what? Maybe it's you. Maybe every other team in the NBA is not the problem, James. Maybe it's you. Like you might just be the problem, buddy. And I'm obviously I'm not a big James Harden guy. I mean, obviously extremely talented individually offensive player, but he's a ball stopper. You basically, you give him the ball and 4 people stand and watch him dribble for 20 seconds. So it's not what I like in basketball. So I'm not a big James Harden guy. Personally, I think if he went back to Houston, he would ruin a really good up and coming team. They're not there yet, but they're young and they're going to get better. And I think he would pretty much ruin them because I kind of think he's a locker room cancer.
Tough
Quite
spot.
frankly.
I agree with you, Mo, on that, man. I don't think you can compensate for James Harden. You're not getting nothing really back for him.
Right.
You know, like I liked him better as a six man than the starter and guard. I think he was hot. I think he could have been the greatest six man of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think he could have been that. I don't like him as a starter. He doesn't give you. He gives you points,
right?
But he gives you nothing on defense. He never really tried to guard nobody. You know what I mean? You gotta always help on his side. It's ridiculous. But I think they stuck with him. You know what I mean? I think I easily, if I was a team, I'd take Dame Lillard over James Harden any day of the week. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna give something up, like.
Yeah, but they are in a tough situation because, like you said, who's going to give you dollar for dollar, value for him, right? You're going to get, expiring contracts and maybe some picks, but I mean, obviously, you're not going to trade a star, like star for star or something like that. You see those outlandish, trade, offers. You're like, who's going to trade? Like I said, like I wouldn't trade Damian Lillard straight up for James Harden. Like I would much rather have Dame.
We got a better chance Lolo Jones find a husband in 30 days than James Harden getting a new team. You know what I mean? Like, but man, how do y'all feel about this Stephen Curry rap song, man? Did y'all hear this, man?
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Steph is trying to rap now.
I mean, whether it's like today or yesterday.
He put it out. I think it was with the Houston rapper. What his name? Toby Anagwe, whatever his name is.
I know he's been in the Subway commercials.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
He needs to stick with shooting. He needs to stick with shooting. Let's just put it that way. He just needs to keep shooting.
I didn't hear it.
Stay out of the booth. Stay out of the booth. Just stick to shooting. You'll be all right.
Stick. You know what I mean? Stick to going to church, the Joel Steen Church, and shooting 3-point shots. But
I did see him perform with what band was it?
Come on, man.
It was like Panama or some rock band. He got on stage and sang a song with them, and now I forget what it was. But every time I see something like that, I'm like, dude, just stick to what you're doing. And
I feel like he got one of the worst signature shoes in NBA history. Like he got one of the worst Under Armour shoes. I feel like you can go CrossFit in them. Go lift dumbbells and climb ropes with. His shoes look terrible. I feel like it's one of the worst shoes. I appreciate that, Boom, man. How you doing, man? My man, Boom. But man, how do y'all feel about this in-season tournament, man?
Hate it.
But let me tell you why I like this stuff, man. And coach and whoever want to give me some feedback on it, you can. I feel like this is going to stop them Denver Nuggets from repeating all these extra games. Man, hopefully Murray can get burned out. You know what I mean? I feel like to add all this extra stuff, you really look at the NBA Finals last year. Who really talked about the NBA Finals after the Denver Nuggets won it?
I do.
No, nobody was at the parade. Who was at the parade? Kool McCain was not at the parade. You know what I mean? Like when the big markets win it, the media loves it. Am I right? Look at when the Lakers won it so long ago, or the big markets won it.
So long ago, it was 2019, bro.
I mean, like the big markets, win it. It's just skeptical. You know what I mean? They get off that. You know what I mean? LeBron's speech at at ESPN at the X-Leagues was bigger than that parade. I'm just saying. I'm just being real.
Wait, are you talking about the Denver Nuggets parade?
Yeah.
When you had an NBA Finals without LeBron or Steph, the NBA offices were like, son of a.
That's at the in-season tournament, like AAU style. They burn these Denver Nuggets out.
Yep.
I mean, like Steve said, he might not like the tournament, but I like a little bit. I feel like it's competitive and
not worse than Kawhi's. Yeah,
And we see teams that might not get that shine on like national television, like the Spurs or the Thunder, or like a team that's up and coming. I think that's even though a team might not get to the championship, the real Lombardi Trophy, they might get a chance to get some. Like I got this trophy for the in-season tournament, like kind of like some more exposure. It's more competitive, kind of like the soccer format. Like have the group stage. It's just about staying healthy, Like those, it's not. It's but then see, I wouldn't like it if it was just an extra add-on to the season, but it's like it's built into the season, so it's not like they're adding on more games. It's still 82 game season, so.
That's what I'm saying about this, man. I'm ready for this all these fake trophies. Man, get rid of that, man. Nobody won no fake ring, and when you get a summer league ring, who want to wear that? That's like, I mean, that's crazy. Why would you want a summer league ring?
Like, again, I don't like this in-season tournament. I don't even like the playing tournament. I don't even like the playing tournament. But I get it. It's money. If someone like Dallas ends up winning, or anybody else ends up winning outside of the Denver Nuggets, that's their championship right there.
You like it if Houston got the playing spot, right?
No, I wouldn't have the energy. I wouldn't be bragging too much about it. It's something that was so if we somehow win the in-season tournament, that's progress. That's progress for us. But I will be happy about that. But I wouldn't be so bragging because we don't play this for an in-season tournament. We play this game to win a championship, to win the real prize. That's what each team plays. So that would be like our championship right there, our NBA Finals right there, if we somehow to win that. Well, speaking of Steve Point, that's good that you brought up James Harden in Houston. But guess what, Steve? Ime Udoka didn't want his ass back any damn way. He already reported it before. Freddie, he didn't want him back any goddamn way. Ime Udoka ain't got time for that. And if you look at James Harden, you look at every time, every situation he's been in, he's been a counselor. He's been a locker room tear apart. If he doesn't get his way, you expect to see James Harden going to a rampage. Don't let him get to that Sixers practice, especially disgruntled and all of that. You don't want a disgruntled. That's the last thing you want. There's a disgruntled, actually, James Harden to throw basketballs at people, to not to participate hard at practice. You don't want that. So if I'm feeling, I'll be looking to try to get him out of there. But we already know what Daryl Morey is. He like to sell high. He like to sell high. He don't like to sell low. He like to sell high. And that's good that you kind of brought that up, Steve. Ime Udoka didn't want his ass back anyway. He didn't want him back anyway.
It's looking like a Tubi movie right now, man. You gotta get something. You gotta get something together to get him out of there. But I don't see it happening, man. I just don't see it happening. But I'm ready for this Kawhi and PG situations. You gotta break up this band, man. You know what I mean? You gotta break up this. One is Prodigy and the other is Havoc. You gotta let one go, man. This group gotta break up, man. You can't cry and stay together, man. Because this team is a waste, man. A waste of Supermax money.
The only other question I have with the in-season tournament is it going to help the whole load management thing of guys taking nights off, or is it going to make it even worse?
I'm telling you, the best thing to do is, man, if they go back to a bubble, that'd be the best thing for the NBA, man. They need to go back to a bubble. These players ain't played hard, man. I feel like they go back to the bubble for 6 months. We might get some.
Play hard. It's like it's a regular season game, and it's something on the line. It's like money on the line, and it's a reward up on the line. So they'll play hard. It ain't the All-Star game where they won't play hard. And plus, this in-season tournament count on wins. It counts on wins too. So we gotta forget about that. So they're gonna come out and play hard, no doubt about that. They're gonna come out and play hard.
Well, since you said about the All-Star, I'm sorry.
What?
To cut you off, man. But I have a question for y'all. How dope would this be for marketing if the NBA and the WNBA could have a skill challenge with the best ladies versus the men? And like a 3-point shooting contest, a skill challenge. What's your thoughts about that real quick? I'll just think about that.
Well, other than the dunk contest, I mean,
not the dunk contest.
Yeah, no, I'm saying talking about the All-Star events. I mean, other than that contest, I mean, I wouldn't mind. Seeing Curry versus Sabrina Ionescu. I mean, that's they want to do it. They want to challenge each other. I mean, that'd be great. if they, I mean, I think Adam Silver would do it. I think he's the commissioner to do that.
Yep.
I mean, personally, I think Coach knows more about women's basketball, like WNBA, more than me. I don't know, other than SQ and see, I'm lost on the names. I know Brianna Stewart there, but I don't know who would fit in each category of like each event. But I know Sabrina would be a shooter, 3-point contest shooter. So no, I think we'll bring more viewership. NBA supports WNBA, WNBA supports NBA. So I mean, that it's a perfect fit, like a glove.
If you had a 3-point shootout, the 3-point shootout probably be the best event.
Exactly.
Probably the best event. If you talking about you taking Steph Curry, you taking Steph Curry, and you taking any type of 3-point shoot like a Buddy Hield, Damian Lillard. You take those guys and you match them up with Ionescu, Ali Quickly, who won it like 3 straight times for the WNBA before Ionescu won. You take Sammy Wickham from Seattle. That would be a great event right there, having those people battle it out. I believe if that happens, the 3-point shootout would be the best one. The 3-point shootout would be the best one. Skills challenge. You got Chelsea Gray. You have Rike Agubawale. You have Chris Paul. You have Chris Paul up in there. But Ja Morant. You have Ja Morant and all of those guys that can dribble the basketball. That would be a great one. But I believe the best one would be the 3-point shootout.
What's your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, I completely agree with Coach, and actually, I like they do that at the college 3-point contest Final Four weekend. They have a women's 3-point contest, they have the men's 3-point contest, and then the 2 winners face off against each other. So that's always cool. And then they do like the 2-team or the trick shots or whatever, where you have like a layup, free throw, 3.5 court shot, and you have a guy and a girl on each team. So I think stuff like that, I think it would be really fun to see, and I think it'd be a good marketing tool. And I know Sabrina and Steph have kind of gone back and forth about having a shooting contest or something like that. And I mean, anything like that gives more attention to the women's game is a good thing. And obviously, you got Caitlin Clark, coming next year, and so that's gonna be fun. So I think if you can.
So Steve, we think be the perfect place for her to go in the WNBA, since you brought her name up. What spot do you think would be interesting for her to go?
Well, for the league, the best place would just be a big market. So New York or LA or Chicago. I mean, like the bigger market, the better for her to try to get more attention for the league. Basketball wise, I think she could obviously, she's a great shooter. She's plays tough. She's good, passes it well. She rebounds well for her size. So basketball wise, she could go to anywhere and be fine. But for the league to make the most, they probably want her in New York or LA.
That makes I like that.
Yeah, that's a good point, Rod. I mean, that's like about bringing in WNBA. Like, no, that's a good point. I mean, I don't know what Maurice means by say he wants to smoke. I don't think he wants to smoke. I mean, I think that bring more viewers to the WNBA to see women's.
I mean, they're supposed to be talking about equality, so I mean that's a great image.
I mean, the only dunk contester I can see is probably Brittany Griner, maybe. I mean, that's the only person I can see dunk in the league. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, but you talking about these girls?
I mean, Candace can, but I don't know if she would.
Or Candace Parker, Candace Parker. Yeah.
These ladies right here, though, I'm talking about. As far as going up against these are pure shooters. All of these ladies I name are actually pure shooters in their own in the WNBA. So you talking when you going against Curry, who basically out of this. It depends on who you put in for the end. It depends on who you put in. Who you put in. You can put in Buddy Hield, who shoots a high average, very much a high average from 3. You can definitely, Damian Lillard will participate up in the 3-point shootout as most points. But you talking about all these ladies that I named, like Quickly, who won it 3 straight times before Ionescu ended up winning it last year. You talking about Sandy Wickham, who's really good in shooting threes. Dejanay Carrington, who's 40% from downtown. Those are all pure 3-point jump shooters. You have Rebecca Allen for the Connecticut Sun, who can shoot the hell out the basketball. Hey, it's a good chance. Hey, don't underestimate the women. They gonna better stick in there and shoot with those guys. shoot with those guys. They can shoot it, especially out in that school.
Is the WNBA and NBA 3-point line is it the same distance or is the NBA longer as far as like distance from the line to the goal? Is that?
Yeah, NBA is a little bit longer.
Yeah, because that's a good point. Because I mean, are they gonna have to push the line forward for the women since they shoot a little shorter than the men's, or they're gonna have to find like a perfect balance between like so it could be fair.
Jordan, do you know they shot on project? High school and college is the same.
No, but I get that. But NBA is the dimensions are different.
Yeah,
not that much. You make it sound like anybody.
Yeah.
All right, Rod. I want you to shoot an NBA 3-point shot and tell me and get that.
I've never been a 3-point shooter. I was a body catcher. I had a post-up game.
That's why.
I had a post-up game. So
you're like Shaq on the line, man.
My measure was like the worm. Pause, but I wasn't grabbing shorts. I wasn't grabbing no shorts. But my game was like the worm and Ben Wallace. I was a rebounder.
So I did just quick Google it. The WNBA line is 22.15 feet. The NBA line is 23.9. So about a foot, just over a foot.
It's not that much. They can shoot. They can shoot from out there. They can do it.
Yeah, I'm not saying they
Sabrina can go at 23.9 and be okay.
Yeah, she can shoot from anywhere. She can shoot just as
Oh
much.
no, I'm just saying they have to make it fair to like
You trying to sound like the women's wrist is soft. What are you trying to say? You don't got the strong enough wrist. What you trying to say?
Wait, what?
You trying to make it sound like the wrist ain't strong enough and they can't the jump shot not gonna be adequate. What are you saying, George? We're not asking to be an Navy SEAL.
Let it in the show, man. Not like
we're not asking to be. You don't need to beat the Navy SEALs training. We're trying to make it sound like it's impossible.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't know the dimensions of the. Now I know, it's like 2 inches, 1 inch difference.
Yeah,
but maybe before we get out of here, man, I said it's gonna be. Oh man, I forgot my last topic. Did I ask you? I did that. I already said about the Raiders. Go ahead. So whoever want to go first, the end of the show. Go ahead, Jordan.
Go ahead.
Huh? Go ahead, Jordan.
About what? Was it?
What I mean? Give you your social medias and stuff.
Oh, the closeout. Oh, I'm Big J and Jordan Jean-Louis. You can find me on the JJ Sports Talk, my network, and also I have another show called Keep It a J podcast on YouTube. A couple subscribers there, but subscribe. But definitely for the main sports channel, I'm there on the JJ Sports Talk show. So check me out. I talk about same thing Rod does, NBA, MLB, NFL, same thing. But yeah, just check me out, man. Once again, JJL Sports Talk on YouTube. There you go.
All right. We'll save the best for last. We'll let Coach be last. But yeah, Steve Schwada on Twitter, either All Eyes on You, the letter U, All Eyes on You Hoops, or SMan1720 are my 2 Twitter accounts. And hoping to get on a lot more shows here very soon. Gonna be on the Coolest Football Show here coming up. Also, I'm on a show called the NBA Sip Off, and then a few other things that I'll dabble in. So hopefully you'll see me.
You'll see Steve in the streets. Now we got James Brown, the podcast, and Coach. Tell me where you want to be at.
Man, y'all know where y'all gonna find me everywhere, every now and well. Y'all find me everywhere. Like you'll see me on the Shames Show with Steve. I'm also a part of the NBA show that he's gonna be on as well. I think we got a WNBA show coming up sooner or later with me and Megan. So I'm gonna be doing a lot. I'm gonna be on a lot, and I say thank y'all. It's an honor to be up here, with you 4 guys, man. Y'all my guys, y'all my brothers, and shout out to you, man, for having me on today.
Also, if anybody interested, I want to develop a college football show for the season, covering FCS and FCS, FBS. So if anybody want to be on that show, let me know at Rod Uncensored Network. You can message me or Rod Isaac. You can message me. Also, you can message me on RodPod21 on Instagram. But you know what my saying is before I close. if y'all could find a chance, you know what I mean, to help me out with that divorce I took 4 years ago, hit that cash app at. Well, 92 help me out. You know what I mean?
Bro, don't do that. He's scamming y'all, man. don't fall for it, viewer. Don't fall for it.
So if anybody want to help that out, also I'm doing this $10 promotion thing. You can hit that up to the cash app. And I promote your business. I don't care if it's waist chainers, tummy tea, assurance, life insurance, black soap. I don't care. I promote it. If you want to hit the cash app.
Whoever listened, do you know how he's smiling when he says that? Oh, same with the cash app. He's smiling.
Jordan, why are you trying to mess up my promo? I'm trying to be like the top. I'm trying to be like OxyClean, and you messing up my promo. But before we get out of here, I appreciate everybody that came and to come on my show, my Tubi edition of sports. That's what I call it, a Tubi edition. I'm not ESPN. But I appreciate y'all coming on, and we're getting out of here. Hopefully y'all have a good day. Hopefully the Redskins beat up the Ravens tonight, and we're out of here.